I get so many questions on my Gel X application, so I wanted to do a beginner-friendly videos of do's and don'ts. I typically start with sizing all 10 of my fingers with the tips. Once you have all 10 of them set aside, it is time to make sure that they fit properly on the nail bed. I go to the bottom of the tips and make sure that they fit in my nail bed. Sometimes they're square, sometimes they're curved. Then I go in with this attachment with my electric nail file and buff the inside of the tips, just like so. It should look a bit different in color. Now it's time to buff your own nails. I use this particular attachment. You do not want to over buff the nail itself. Because there's dust from the electric file, I go in with some alcohol and I pour some acetone to the side. You're going to need the acetone and it will make sense in just a little bit. I usually have a fast curing light, the pH bonder, the primer, and the gel extend nail. I recently got these UV protecting gloves off Amazon because I do my nails quite often and I definitely don't want the damage. You're going to start with the pH bonder. It's very liquid, so it spreads very easily, but you want to make sure that all of your nails are covered with the pH bonder. Then you're going to go with the primer. So you can see how slow I'm going here because I want to make sure that the entire nail is being covered. One of the main things that you want to make sure that you're doing is not getting any on your skin. Now it's time for the gel extend. So you want to make sure again that the entire nail is covered. So sometimes the brush has excess, sometimes it doesn't have enough, but take your time here. This is not meant to be on your skin and it could be pretty harmful on your skin if it does touch. It will also burn your nail if you have too much. And that's what the acetone is for. So typically what I do is I go in and paint all of my nails. Once I have all of the nails painted, I go in with the brush and some acetone and wipe off any excess that I may have gotten on my actual fingers. We want to have cute nails, but we definitely don't want the damage. These products are only meant for your nails. Now that they all have the gel extend, go ahead and cure for 30 seconds. Now this is my fast curing light. This is definitely crucial when you're trying to make sure that the nail tips stick to your nails. So you go in with the gel extend on the nail tips. You want to apply enough on the nail, especially the part that's going to stick to your nail beds. So as you can see here, I'm making sure that every part is covered and any excess goes to the bottom of the tip. I go in at a 45-degree angle from the bottom up. Now, you may realize here that I don't have enough extend tip. So slide it out and get some more and try again. You want to just have the right amount of gel extend under there. You don't want to have too many so it's oozing out, but too little is not going to make your nails stick. Now, my light was already on, so go ahead and cure it for a few seconds. It is a fast curing light. I do this with all of my nails. Once all 10 tips have been installed, you can use your big light and cure for 60 seconds. Here's the finished product. Each of these tips have a little bit of extra material, the tip, so I go in and kind of file it off. And then I grab my electric file again, and this really allows the base of the nail to melt in with your bed nails. So I use this gold attachment, and again, creates lots of dust. So I recently got alcohol wipes, but before then I was using cotton balls and alcohol just to make sure that dust wasn't sticking to the nail itself. Now we are ready to paint. It is Valentine's Day, so I use this pink blush color. And I typically start at the base, push the nail polish onto the base, and swipe up. You want to repeat this process again for all 10 nails. And when I cure this, I typically cure for 60 seconds. If the nail polish is not completely dry, it's really going to mess up your polish on all the nails. I find that using a really thin coat and not chunky allows it to cure a bit faster. Grab your acetone again and make sure that you take any excess nail polish off of your actual fingers. That's why I use a napkin under so that I could dry off the acetone or any extra nail polish. Again, cure it for 60 seconds. Now we are ready for the second coat. Start at the base and swipe up the best that you can. Apply a thin layer so that it is able to cure a lot quicker and a lot more even. Acetone is your best friend when working with gel. I typically try to use the acetone before I cure it because once it's cured onto your fingers, it's a lot harder to get off versus wiping them down before you cure them. Put it under the light for another 60 seconds. Now I wanted to do something a bit more creative this time around, so I wanted to use some chrome nails. I got this on Amazon. I'll link it down below. And it comes with the brush itself. You don't need too much of the chrome, just a little bit on the brush, and then swipe all over. The color that you use as a base is going to be pretty important, but as you can see here, the pink reflects really well with this purplish gold. I didn't want to do this on all of my nails, just 3. Got a little creative here. So the first 3 fingers is what I use the chrome on. Same technique, just wipe all over the actual nail with the brush that it came with. Here's what it looked like. So I grabbed the acetone and got any of the excess chrome off of my fingernails because I don't want to cure that. Now that they're all cleaned up, it's time for a top coat. I try to do this very slowly because I don't want it to cure unevenly. So again, start at the base and swipe very slow across the entire nail and cure for 60 seconds. And we're essentially done. This is where I use my cuticle oil. I got this from Amazon as well. And it just allows my cuticles to not look dry after being messed with to do my nails. What do you think?